Okay, so today I'm going to show you a very quick and easy technique called spotlighting. And just as a spotlight puts attention on a certain narrow area, that's what we are doing tonight on our cards that I'll be showing you. Okay, so here's an example of spotlighting. Okay, and I'll show you in a moment how I did this. But I first want to introduce the Botanical Butterfly Designer Series paper that I'll be using tonight. This is one of the free options you can get when you have a qualifying order of $50 or more. But I wanted to show you how wonderful it is. Okay, one side is very colorful, and then its opposite side or back side is black and white. Geometrics. This is really pretty. Love that. And the reverse side of that is the black and white butterflies. Okay, some tiny colorful butterflies. Another black and white image, which is the same paper I used on this card to show spotlighting. Here are some very colorful butterflies, and I will tell you right now that we have in the Occasions catalog the awesome Butterfly Gala stamp set and the Butterfly Duet punch. Okay, so this is really cool because the stamps allow you to stamp both. It's actually one stamp with two butterflies, a large and a small, for all of these. And what this allows you to do is stamp both the large and small butterfly out, or punch it out at the same time after you've stamped it, okay? But I also want to let you know that you can use this Butterfly Duet punch to punch out these small butterflies. See if I can center it in there. Okay. But you can also use it to punch out some of these larger ones. And to do that, I'd have to go in and trim around them to actually punch one out without wasting more of the paper. But you can get some, I don't know, 30 plus, 40 plus butterflies out of this one. So it's a lot of fun to use those. And they look like they're colored just like with our Stampin' Blends or watercolors. So that's a fun thing. More of the black and white geometric. This is a pretty green print. That would be awesome for a scrapbook page or the background of a hand stamped card. And then finally, this is the reverse of that green. Okay, and we will be using that one as well. I just realized I forgot to grab my punches, but I'll do that when the time comes. So first of all, I want to show you or tell you how I did this. I simply cut a piece of Designer Series paper in the black and white collection. Hi everybody, thanks for joining me. Please click the share button for me. If you click the share button, I have more people jump on to my page and receive the same creative inspiration that you're getting now. Okay, so that's what I did. And then I just took a small portion. One thing I wanted to highlight or spotlight, and that was this big butterfly. Now I used the Stampin' Up! Stampin' Blends alcohol markers to color this. And it turned out beautifully. And then I finished it off with a sentiment raised on dimensionals and a pretty bow right there, okay? Now with this one, I decided I'm going to spotlight and use the Stampin' Up! Watercolor pencils, okay? Oh, Sandy, I'm glad to know that Georgine invited you to watch. Thanks for sharing, Georgine. So what I'm going to do here is spotlight this one butterfly. And I don't know what colors I'm doing. Oops, that orange tip just fell out, and I am not going to take the time to sharpen that while I'm live, so I'll just change colors. This is Calypso Coral, and I'm doing this really quickly. Of course, I would take my time a bit more, if I were not live. But I don't like to waste your precious time. I do really appreciate you joining me and sharing this page with other crafty friends. Even if you know people who really don't do stamping or crafts on their own, but you think would be interested, stamping is really a very easy, stamping and scrapbooking is really a very easy habit to pick up, or hobby to pick up, I should say. Hi, Darla. Okay, I think I'll add some yellow to this. The wonderful thing about these watercolor pencils is you can just color like this with them, or you can use our blender pens or even our aqua painters to blend the colors together a bit. So whatever your is your preference, you can get some different looks by just coloring with the pencils, or by blending them with a blender pen, or by coloring them with our aqua painters filled with water, of course. Okay. And again, I'm just doing this very quickly since I'm live with you right now. I'm excited about how many of you are watching, and I really appreciate you sharing. I think I'll fill this in here. Okay. Now really, that's all I need to do. Hi, Joyce. That's all I need to do for spotlighting. I can add a sentiment, a bow, any kind of embellishments. And that's really all I need to do to make a fun card with the spotlight technique like I did here. Okay. But I want to show you, first of all, how you can blend that. It just softens the lines. I'm not sure how much you can see that on video, but what it's doing is softening the lines. And before you switch colors, you just take the blender pen like this, and the same thing with the aqua painter. To clean it and change colors, you just want to go back and forth until you see it running clear, okay? And then you can color in the other color, okay? And you can see it blended it, just softened it up a little bit. But it certainly would have looked fine if I just left it colored and did not do any blending. So it really is just dependent on what technique you like. Oh, I really like that color. What is that color? Bermuda Bay. I love how that turned out. Love that color. Okay, and then I'll just clean it off. Okay. Now you could also decide that you want to spotlight all of the butterflies and color all of those in. Okay, so I could continue on. Maybe I'll do one in pink here. Okay, and add some of this fun blue, Pacific Point. It's a really vibrant blue. Okay. All right, but it might be fun to just continue on highlighting all of the, or spotlighting all of the butterflies on this piece of designer series paper that will become my card front. Okay, so you can get an idea how that would turn out. I've got a full butterfly, and then I've got all these 5 partial butterflies, and it would be so colorful. Now the other thing you could do would be the opposite and color some of the flowers in. Okay, you might color in the flowers, say around a particular butterfly, or just the flowers in general. Again, that depends on how much coloring you want to do. Some people love to color, others just want to do a tiny bit. Okay. And I make I haven't used my watercolor pencils in a while, so this is kind of fun. I'm enjoying this. Okay, but you get the idea here that I would go in and color, whoops, tip's falling out of that. I need to finish that. Okay, but you get the idea. I'm going to do some different spotlighting by just coloring in the flowers that are in this. I don't know why my tips keep falling out. I'm pressing too hard, obviously. And again, I can go, whoops, I can go in and blend if I want to. Okay, so there's a couple of easy options for spotlighting. Okay, you can do one featured image, or you can do several. Okay, and this is the very same piece of paper, very same portion of the paper cut from a second sheet. Hi, Kelly Sapika. Kelly found me on Facebook not too long ago. She used to babysit my girls way back in the day. So there's a couple examples of spotlighting, and now I'd like to show you one more. And to do that, I'm going to use this piece of paper, and this is going to be my card front. I'm going to cut it 4 inches by 5 1/4 inches. Okay, and I'm going to grab those punches right behind me. Okay, so it doesn't really matter what size you punches you grab, but you want 2 that would layer nicely on top of each other. Okay, so I picked the 2 and the 2 1/4 inch, but obviously if I went smaller, that would be fine as well. So what I'm going to do, in fact, I am going to go smaller. This one seems awfully large for what I want. There. Okay. So what I'm going to do is use my 1 3/4 punch, and I'm looking at these butterflies, and I'm trying to picture how I would put the whole card together, and it could go either direction. Okay, because the butterflies are all printed on the page randomly, so it would be great either direction. So I think just looking at this now, I want to spotlight this area, and maybe I can finish off the top with a pretty bow or sentiment of some kind. So to do that, I'm going to punch a circle. Okay, now it doesn't matter if it doesn't fit perfectly in there, okay? And watch what I'm going to do. I'm going to punch that out, and then I'm going to put this on the front of my card with snail. I might save that for something else. Okay. Now I'm going to punch a circle using the larger circle punch, the 2-inch punch. It's the next size up from the 1 3/4 inch punch. Okay, and I'm going to adhere this right here as well, and I'm just going to go over the top like that. Okay, so it's a little bit larger circle than what I pulled out. Okay, now I'm going to I think I'll color it first. Okay, I think I'll color first. How about, I really want to use this Bermuda Bay again. I really like this. So you can see I got most of this butterfly, and I got a little bit of butterfly wing above it. Okay, put some accents in there. Okay, and I think I will add, how about this Calypso Coral? How many of you like to color? And if so, what is your favorite coloring medium? Would it be the Stampin' Right markers, our water-based markers? Would it be our alcohol markers, which are the, which are the Stampin' blends? It could be these watercolor pencils. And do you like to use the watercolor pencil by themselves or with a blender pen or aqua painter? So we have lots of choices for you with Stampin' Up. Okay, I'm also going to do this one now. Okay. And I think I'm going to add this pink. Okay. And I'm just very quickly going to grab my blender pen, make sure it's cleaned on the tip, and blend some of these colors. Just soften them up a little bit, okay? See how that works? Okay, I'm going to do the same thing down here with that Bermuda Bay. Just really gives it a nice, a much softer look, and you don't see the coloring strokes when you blend it with the blender pen. Even makes it a little more vibrant. The color seems a little more vibrant to me doing it this way. I'm going to clean that off a bit, and I'm going to blend in the Calypso Coral a bit. And it's okay if those colors run together a bit. That's what blending's all about, isn't it? Blending those things together. Okay. And then finally the blue over here. Using the blender pen, it just seems to make those colors kind of come to life. Okay, so that's it. That's done very, very quickly. Might not be my finest coloring. I'm going to put some adhesive on the back. And now what I want to do is line this up so it's placed down basically in the same place I punched it out from, but now I have the black cardstock in between. Okay, and you see there's a neat way to spotlight. Okay, Georgine says she loves to color with the watercolor pencils and blender pens. That is one of my favorites. I will have to say that I love our Stampin' Blends alcohol markers. That's what I used on this card, this finished card. Okay, so I hope I gave you, inspired you to do a little coloring and blending. I hope I inspired you to do a spotlight card, and I would love to see those. Does anybody have the Botanical Butterflies Designer Series paper? Did you get it free? Okay, if you have it, that means you got it free with a qualifying order. Okay, I want to show you something else you can get free that also coordinates with that wonderful Designer Series paper. And it's so fun that one side is colorful and the opposite side is black and white. I love to work with black and white and punches of color, okay? But in addition to the Designer Series paper that coordinates with the Butterfly Gala bundle, we also have these wood elements, butterfly elements, okay? These are another option, celebration option for you to get free with a qualifying order. Joy says she has it, Pat has it. I hope you're loving it. If I know you well, I think you are. But in this pack, you actually get quite a bit. And I have to be honest and say wood elements have not always been my favorite. I think I felt like I didn't really know what to do with them. But I did get some of these, and I've challenged myself to make a few things using them. and I'm finding that I really do like them. I think it's just stepping out of your comfort zone and giving something new a try. So later this week, I will have some cards to show you using the butterfly elements. But in this package, you're going to get 2 sheets like this. Okay, lots of flowers and leaves and butterflies in different sizes. You're going to get 2 sheets like this, all butterflies, some of them very intricate and cut out. And then you're going to get 1 half sheet of just the flowers. So stay tuned for some projects coming up later in the week featuring those. And for now, I am going to say good night, and I hope I can earn your business or perhaps have you join my team. Sale-A-Bration is a wonderful time for you to order, host, and join, and there are special incentives for doing all 3 of those. Okay, 1, 2, or all 3 of those. So give your spotlighting a try and show me your, take a picture of your spotlighting projects and post them or in the comments on this Facebook Live post. I would love to see them. Or if you're not sure how to post them on Facebook, send me a picture via email and I will do it for you. I love to share with you, but I also love it when all of you share with me and I can be inspired by you as well. Have a good night, everybody. Stay warm. Bye-bye.